So tell us about your boys.
Ooh, you want to get into my heart right away. So my first son, Gene Anthony Ray, and Adrian Rosario, Dale Tribble, Derek Bryce, they all died of AIDS much too soon. And it was devastating for us. I remember being pregnant and going to the hospital and getting Derek to look me in the eye and get up out the bed and take a walk and, have a moment of relief just that he could talk about it. There was such a shame attached to it at the time, and I was being discouraged from going because I was pregnant. And I said, I have to go.
We are now seeing this play out in art. There's a show on called Pose on FX that has, and we're in a studio right now, Radio Andy, and Sandra Bernhardt has her show out of here, and it has made that period of time very palatable and relatable for so many people. So, folks with platforms have to use their platforms in this way because we have to humanize these stories. It's not like some disease that's over there that affects those people.
Right. It's right here.
It's us.
It's right here. And so that was the beginning of it. And then by the time I was the producing director of A Different World, we were the first television show to address AIDS.
I remember that.
And, child, you would have thought we put Jesus back on the cross. We got so much flack. I was brought into the what we call the principal's office. The network called me in, and advertisers pulling out. I got Whoopi Goldberg to do it at the time. We knew she was going to win that Oscar. Network didn't care. They wanted to cancel it, but Bill Cosby stood behind us and he said, all right, Miss Trash. He used to call me Miss Trash. This is important. You got to go do it, so we're going to do it. And we did it. And it was the highest rated episode, and we saved, I'm sure, millions of lives because we educated people with that episode. It was right after Magic Johnson had made his statement and revealed that he had been infected, and I'd never seen so many grown men cry. Right. And so we had to do something. And the thing is, that was how many years ago?
It's a lot of years
and
ago.
It's still a war that is being waged globally against AIDS and HIV, and people need to be educated and tested and reminded. And young people are so busy on Twitter and Instagram, and I am too, all these things, but there's some real serious things that need to be really paying attention to as they become sexually active.
And they're being more risque than ever. Listen, Snapchat came about because kids were showing their body parts, and it went away really quickly, right? But we're not seeing the ravages of the disease the way we did with Rock Hudson, the way we did in the 80s and 90s, right? Yep. So now people like Magic Johnson looks healthy.
Yeah, so they think it's like okay, but it's
like
not.
Having a cold or something. So tell me, Samantha, why is there still a stigma, and why aren't we talking about it more actively on a regular basis?